What's up, everybody? Welcome to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. We're back at EUIC Swiss round number 6, and we have an interesting matchup here. We have Alakazam, Dudunsparce versus Grimmsnarl, Froslass. We have Carl versus Soichiro, and looking at this, I love a good rogue deck as an Alakazam. It's crazy to say it's a rogue deck because it actually is like somewhat like. I think it's somewhat strong against these like very streamlined two-prize decks, right? I think Alakazam does have the potential to one-shot these two-prize Pokemon. They're not gonna like one-prize Pokemon back out kind of thing, right? But I think it's Grimmsnarl with the Froslass and stuff like that. I think that definitely does throw a wrench into Carl's plan. But we're gonna let this play a while. Look at this real quick. So Carl so far. They have not played a Grimmsnarl yet. They have played Ragebolt, Dragapult, Gardevoir, Charizard, Noctowl, Dragapult, Charizard, and Golden Go, and now playing against the Grimmsnarl Froslass. And against Soichiro, they also have not played against this matchup, right? They have played against the Gardevoir Jellicent, Golden Go, Dragapult, three Dragapult in a row, and a Gardevoir. So they pretty much hit like all meta decks until now. But here we go. Both players are setting up, and we're gonna look. And Carl did prize the Enriching Energy. That's one of the main reasons they can draw cards, and the Pheasantipity. What the heck does that Tulip do? That's a card I've not seen before. Psychic Energy and Pokemon from this response to your hand. Okay. On Soichiro's side, they did prize one Spike Myth. I believe that is a Spike Myth. Yep, one Spike Myth, but they play 3 of them, so they should be fine here. And so yeah, how is this matchup going to play out here? Both players are 5-0-1, pretty sick. That's good to see. But like I said, I just think I have to give it to Soichiro just off the back. I just think they have the ability and stuff like that. Now, Carl's also playing a Lily's Clefairy EX, which is pretty nice because then you can hit for weakness, right, on Dragapult and stuff like that, take some huge knockouts. There's some other cards I don't know that they do see. They're playing Wonders Patch. Okay, that's definitely like an Aqua Patch that we've seen before. They're playing Battle Cage, playing E-Hammers as well too. Okay, Carl playing a lot of different spicy stuff in their deck here, and let's see what Carl and Soichiro do here. And does Soichiro know how to play against Alakazam, right? That's the big question here. What's going to happen? But here we go. Both players are set up, and you see the Dudunsparce, and you gotta think, okay, is this Dudunsparce Conquador, or is it Dudunsparce Alakazam? Which Dudunsparce I think it's Conquador is like definitely still like that's a crazy play as well on its own. But we do see a Buddy Pop on turn 1 from Carl. They are playing 4 of those, and can they get these Abras set up and start this party? Looks like we do see 2 Abras come down, and like I said, the good thing about Carl's deck is like it is a one prize deck, right? So that's the cool thing here. So we see a Buddy Poffin. Looks like we see what else they're grabbing here. Not sure. Of course, we can't see. They don't. Camera angle is always kind of wonky sometimes. Can't see it still. I'm not sure what's going on. Looks like we see another Dudunsparce hits the field. All right, so we have a full bench here. Holy cow. So 3 Abras, 2 Dudunsparce, and a Dudunsparce in the X spot. All right, so on the Soichiro side, starts Blood Moon, which is not a good start. Puts down the Impidimp here. And what else does Soichiro have for us? So see Artisan's going to use. Find another Impidimp, I imagine, right? But yeah, starting the Blood Moon is definitely not something you want to start with, right? Yeah, definitely not something you want to see here. Now, Soichiro also plays Iono. They play 4 of those, right? So that's also another big thing. And for those who know Alakazam, the way it works, it does 2 damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon for each card in your hand. So the point of Alakazam is draw a ton of cards, use Alakazam, take a huge knockout. But when your opponent plays 4 Ionos, that definitely does disrupt you a lot, right? So we actually see these Snort come down. And does Soichiro have some kind of Team Evo play? No. Dark Energy active, just a pass. Ooh, that's not what you want to see if you are a fan of the Grimmsnarl deck. Now, we do see a Dawn from Carl here. This could find us the Dudunsparce Alakazam or something crazy like that. Maybe Dudunsparce Alakazam. right? That could be something we could find. Maybe go Kadabra, right? There's a lot of different options here. Let's see what they go for. So the Dudunsparce. What the heck is that? Is that an Alakazam? Is that a full Alakazam? It must be. I've never seen that card before. I don't. Yeah, it has to be full Alakazam. I'm not sure. That's the only other card I can think of. That it is, right? I can't think of anything else. That's what that is. And Shaybay has made an appearance. Oh my goodness. Shaymin has made an appearance today. All right. I love a good Shaymin. Yeah, good old Shaymin. Yeah, there we go. Shaymin making an appearance. So, yeah, there we go. It makes it, prevent all damage done to your opponent's Pokemon that don't have a rule box by attacking your opponent's Pokemon. So, the Dudunsparce comes down. And yeah, it does, Shadow Ball does do 30 damage to a bench Pokemon. So, Shaymin will protect. I don't know if we're going to see it come down. Maybe. I don't think we'll see it come down. So Dudunsparce is actually a weird interaction because you draw and then shuffle, which is nice because you don't want to draw back into Dudunsparce immediately, right? But does Carl find the rare candy, right? We do know they have Alakazam in the hand. I assume that's Alakazam in the hand. So another Dudunsparce comes up to the X spot, so we must not have it. Oh, we do have a rare candy in Alakazam. Holy cow. And then Alakazam's going to let you draw 3 new cards. Here we go. Very, very nice. Can we find Kadabras? We do have a Psychic Energy and a Kadabra. Carl is finding a ton of cards this turn. Can we find a turn 1 knockout? Kadabra will come down, draw 2 more cards. Alrighty. So Kadabra does have the ability to Psychic draw 2. Alakazam can draw 3. And going to use Artisan to find a Dunsparce here. Okay. Like I said, I can't see like Shaymin being played. So I think it was just get out of their deck. I think that 30 damage is like kind of irrelevant in this matchup. But actually, gonna fail the Artisan is. Are we gonna see the Shaymin come down or not? Gonna put down the Battle Cage. All right. Psychic Energy active, and I have no idea what Dudunsparce's attacks do. What are we doing here? So Dudunsparce, for those who don't know, has Find a Friend. Search for Pokemon Villain and put it in your hand. All right, there we go. You see, you know what? I want my Dudunsparce here. All right, so on this show each year turn, big thing for show each year, like I said, is going to be these Ionos, right? So immediately going to play the Spike Myth, going to counter that Battle Cage. Now, Carl is playing 3 Battle Cages, so we can easily find more. We see a more going to come down, okay? And does so each year have a way to get down this good old Froslass, right? That's the question here. But do they have anything or not? They passed last turn without playing a stadium card. Without a supporter card. And yeah, just a pass again. Holy cow. So on to Carl's turn, Carl's going to have this huge hand and probably has the capability of taking a knockout on this Blood Moon. I have no idea how many cards are in the hand here, but you need 13. So we're going to see a treat into the Dudunsparce. Okay. Going to get the energy back with the energy patch or psychic patch. I don't know what it's called throughout the wonder. It's probably like Wonders patch, something like that, right? Yeah. There's Wonders patch. Yeah, I had a good guess. All right, so Dudunsparce drawing 3 new cards. Does Carl have enough damage, enough cards in the hand? Do they have the 12? Right. No, we need 13, Josh. We need 13 cards. Do we have 13 or not? That's the question here. So it's 2 for each. So a Kadabra for 2, and it's weird because you put down Kadabra, so it's -1, then plus Kadabra +2, so it's like a +1. We see the Dudunsparce come down. If we use the Dudunsparce, can we draw enough cards? That's the question. 1, 2, 3. Holy cow! How do you keep up with all these cards in your hand? You're just like, all right, I have this many now, I have this many now, I have this many now, I have this many now. Like, you're just trying to do the math over and over again. Poor Soichiro trying to keep up with it as well too, right? What do we got here? And does Carl have enough cards to take a knockout, right? Yeah, just Soichiro just not finding anything really. All right, so we see, looks like Carl is contemplating doing something. I'm not sure what it is. Looks like maybe a Dawn. Dawn could find a Dudunsparce, the Dudunsparce, and Alakazam. So Alakazam will come down. Going to draw 3 new cards. 1, 2, and 3. We are drawing a ton of cards here. They do find an Artisan they could use. There's a Dawn coming down. Yes. Shoo! Carl's just drawing cards like crazy. There's the Dudunsparce. Maybe Abra. Okay, because see an Abra come down. Maybe Alakazam. Okay, an Abra. Okay. All right, so Carl has to be kind of careful here because you don't want to evolve too quickly because you want that Alakazam to be able to draw the following turns. The Dudunsparce comes down. We don't have to use the Dudunsparce this turn, obviously. We can just save it. You don't have to use it immediately. You don't have to go into Alakazam right now. We could save all these cards. Can they go put down Dudunsparce and this Alakazam and this Abra? That'd be pretty nice. Yeah, I think we're doing the math here. How many cards are left? Can we bump something? Yep, there's a Battle Cage coming down. Bump the Spike Myth. We're going to do the math one more time. Put down an Abra. There we go. Very nice. And there's the knockout there. We'll do the math one more time. All right, perfect. All right, so on the Soichiro turn, can they find the Marty's Grimmsnarl, right? We do have a Marty's Grimmsnarl. It does make an appearance. All right. Now, the problem is, like, once again, we're going to get these energies out, right? We're going to start pounding these Marty's Grimmsnarl here. We're going to do 180, and then, like, right now you can't do 30 because the Battle Cage, right? Battle Cage protects your bench Pokemon. For those that know, if you haven't seen Battle Cage before, prevent all damage counters from being placed on bench Pokemon by effects of attacks. And it's not an effect. It's just do 30 damage. I think it still hits, right? And we see an Iona from Soichiro here, which is actually a really big deal. Gonna put Carl down to 4 cards in their hand. This is what I'm talking about. Soichiro just gonna be able to find these these Ionas over and over again and really punish Carl, right? So let's see what how can Carl handle this. We see Double Monkey Dory come down, and Soichiro will take a knockout. It does 30 damage, right? Yeah, so there we go. So that's pretty interesting. So once again, Battle Cage, when we read it, it says, damage counters, we're doing 30 damage, not 3 damage counters. So that's the difference there. So that's why it does go through the Battle Cage. So on a Carl's turn, they have the Dudunsparce. They kind of prep for this. Say, all right, I have the Dudunsparce here. I got the Abra that go to Kadabra. I got Kadabra that go to Alakazam. But is it enough? We'll see the next ball. I'm going to find the Pheasantipity here, I imagine. I'm going to go ahead and draw 3 more cards, right? I think that's what we'll see here from Carl. So can Carl find the Pheasantipity or not? Do we opt not to go for that? I think going Pheasantipity here is probably... Maybe... Okay, looks like they're eyeballing a Dunsparce here. Okay, looking through the hand again. How does Carl handle this Pokemon? So we see Shaman does make an appearance. All right, so Shaman does come down. Okay. Gonna say, that 30 damage might be relevant. So, because that prevents all damage done to your bench Pokemon. So, that will protect it from that. So, not only do we have the Battle Cage, we have the Shaman as well. So, double kind of protection there, right? Pretty nice. So, the Dudunsparce being used. You're gonna get 3 new cards. And I guess maybe you're scared of, like, if you don't find the Kadabra, right, you lose 2 prize cards next turn. So maybe that's the reason why we're kind of going about it this way. We also can see Carl just like swing into these Marty's Grimmsnarl. You don't have to take a knockout here. You are a single price deck punching a 2 prize Pokemon, right? So we could see that be a big deal. We see the Dudunsparce comes down for Carl. I'm going to use the Dudunsparce. Going to draw 3 new cards. 1, 2, and 3. Alrighty. So let's see. What does Carl do here? Of course, it'd be nice if they could find the enriching and stuff like that. But obviously we haven't seen it. So let's see, what else does Carl have? What can this Alakazam deck do? That's the question. We do have a Hilda in the hand. Looks like the I just don't see Carl getting 16 cards in the hand. I think no matter what, we're going to see a 2-shot own this Marty's Grimmsnarl here. Right? I think that's gonna be the big thing. Kadabra does come down. We get a Psychic Energy, so we can at least attack this turn. It will immediately get knocked back out, right? So. But now you have the Shaman protect your bench. I think the big thing for Carl and Soichiro is that Soichiro hasn't found Froslass, right? That'll definitely do a big thing here because Carl's Pokemon do have abilities, right? So they will take damage. And then they'll activate, like, you'd be able to use, like, the Monkey Dory, stuff like that. So we really haven't seen that yet. We do see the Kadabra come down. Okay. Now, I know... Speaking of Monkey Dory, Battle Cage does protect it, but we could like find a stadium bump or something like that. Does Carl have enough? There's no way Carl has enough energies enough cards in the hand. Wow, 2 stadiums are already gone from Carl, but they played 4, so we'll see if they can have enough. But like I said, Carl's going to have to two-shot the Smarty Grimmsnarl or what? I think that's the play, yeah. Trying to two-shot the Smarty Grimmsnarl here, did a ton of damage. And Own just show it here. Can they find a way to bump this stadium? That's going to be the big question here. Can they find a way to bump a stadium? Can we see Froslass come down? Can we see all this stuff start coming online, right? You can see they did put the Spike went up to the top. They do play Secret Box and Arvin, so we could see that come down. We see double Snorts come down. And what is Soichiro going to do here? We're looking at Carl's side for some reason. Not sure what's going on. I'm not sure what's up with this game or angle. All right, so Lily's Termination going to shuffle and get 6 new cards. Finds a Dark Ages Monkey Dory. We're going to get 6 new cards here. Can Soichiro find a way to bump this Battle Cage and have access to their Monkey Dory? So here we go. 6 new cards coming out from Soichiro. I'm not sure what's happening. Uh-oh. Oh, they're saying, okay, they want Shoichiro to probably shuffle more. It's definitely what the judges are trying to say here. Like, hey, buddy, can you shuffle just a little bit more there? And I guess that's what we see from Shoichiro. I was nervous that somebody, I didn't see anything illegal, but, you know, I never know anymore. I can never tell. No. Whoa, chill. Shoichiro, you did that wrong, buddy. Uh-oh. Okay, it is reversible. We just have to get the cameras involved. I think the first 4 cards are fine. I think it's... Let's see it. Let's rewind it. Let's see if we can catch it. Alright, let's see. So see, these are fine. So it's these bottom 2 here. So these 2 right here do not belong. Yeah, so these 2 stay. So 1, 2, 3. We see these 2 need to go up. It is reversible. I think it's fine. We haven't seen anything. It's literally just these 2 going there. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Nobody saw anything. We're good to go. Yeah, we're fine. That doesn't, like, nothing happened. Nobody saw anything. We actually stopped it, right? Good job on Carl's side to catch it. So we immediately see a Froslass come down. Yeah, can Shoichiro find the Secret Box? That's the question I was saying earlier, too. But we see Froslass does come down. Okay. And they have the Secret Box. Oh, my goodness. So now, Soichiro is going to be able to take a... Yeah, they're gonna take a big swing here. They're gonna be able to knock out Kadabra and Alakazam this turn and go down to 3 prize cards. Right? Yeah, 100%. So Monkey Dory, Stretcher, and Dark Energy. Ooh, interesting. Maybe they play enough Stretcher, so it doesn't matter. So we see Spike Myth. So Spike Myth comes down. Okay. All right, so what else do we get here? Yo, there's about to be so much stuff happening. Like so many interactions. Battle Cage is only let's see, make sure I get Battle Cage one more time. Prevent all damage from being placed on banished Pokemon, both yours and your opponent's, by effects and abilities from the opponent's Pokemon. So okay, but Battle Cage is being bumped. So that's not gonna matter too much right now. But the Shaman. Do we go after the Shaman maybe? I'm not sure. So we bumped the Battle Cage with Spike Myth. Use Spike Myth to find the more Grim. Okay. Is that another Grimmsnarl? Is that another Marnie's, I mean? What is up with this artwork? This art looks insane. Is that what that is? Not sure. I think it has to be Grimmsnarl because it looks like this. So we have we have Rare Candy in the hand. So Monkey Dory, move 30 to there. Yo, what the heck? Do we do both at the same time? Oh, we did. Yeah, we moved all 6 there. Okay, we tapped both of them. Okay, I was confused there for a second. What happened there? One thing we only did one, but we did both. Okay. So we'll see a knockout. 30 doesn't go anywhere, but then everybody takes their damage. Alrighty. So Shoichiro must not have Rare Candy, or maybe didn't have a way to get the energies. Alright, so on to Carl's turn, they're gonna be probably knock out this Grimmsnarl here. And they just gotta hope that Shoichiro doesn't have Rare candy next turn. Yeah, I guess that's the best thing here. So on a Carl's turn, what do they do? How do they handle the situation? So each year playing all these stadium cards and stuff, right? I think Carl's down 2 battle cages, so I think there's one more left. But then I think there's one more Spike Month left for Shoichiro. Yeah, a lot of back and forth going on here. We see the Dudunsparce comes down. Carl does have structure to get back these Pokemon as well. And you can see they have Artisan in their hand, but they're definitely like, I don't want to play the Artisan. I'd rather go Battle Cage, right? To protect from Monkey Dories. Okay, so we draw 3 new cards. I think if you're Carl, you have to set up the Kadabra here and hope you find your pieces, right? So I think if you're Carl, you... Yeah, set up Kadabra and hope you find enough resources to find Alakazam and 2 Abras, I feel like. I don't know. I feel like you need double Abra here. Because then you're worried about a double Monkey Dory play knocking out your other Abra, right? But there we see a super Tula. Oh, Tula being played right now. Alright, so Abra, Alakazam, Psychic. Yeah, I think you have to go double Abra here. If not, you could just like make it where you don't have any kind of attackers the following turn, right? So you haven't attacked this turn, right? Alakazam can knock out the active. But you have to put down double Abra just in case get knocked out. So we see Alakazam come down, getting 3 new cards. Bonza Lili's Clefairy, not useful in this matchup. Lili's Clefairy does not help against dark Pokemon. We do see Dudunsparce come down. Do you play the... Do you use the... I mean, I guess you can just hold off and save the Dudunsparce. Really no need to rush it right now. Psychic Energy is deactive. You don't need that many energies, you don't have many cards in your hand too, so maybe you can get multiple Pokemon set up. We see... Looks like we see double Abra and a Dunsparce here. Just trying to set up, get ready, take a knockout, and get prepped for this following turn. So we will see Carl take a knockout here. This is definitely one matchup Carl did not want to play against here, right? This is a huge, huge matchup here. But we will see Alakazam take a knockout. Carl will go down to 2 prize cards. So Carl's going to also play the Wonders patch, okay? And like I said, Shoichiro is going to be able to take... you know, actually, so that comes down. Everyone takes their damage. I don't think Soichiro can take 2 prize cards this turn. Yeah, I don't think Soichiro's going to take 2 prize cards this turn. So, we see, unless they, I don't even know here. How does Soichiro take 2? I think they can take 1. For sure, right? Just knock out the active, but how do you handle afterwards? Maybe you go after the Shaman, but that's still not enough. You only fling 40 damage right now. We do have the Red Candy and the Grimmsnarl. Okay, there's 2 on the active. Use Spike Myth, going to thin the deck out. Does Soichiro have an Iono? That's what we really care about. Can Soichiro find an Iono, right? I think that's going to be the big question. Can we disrupt Carl's hand? Put him at 2. We see him Team Evo come down. And there is an Iono. Huge Iono coming down. Going to disrupt Carl's hand. Put it down to 2 cards. All right, Soichiro will get 3. Carl will get 2. And this is a big moment here. All right. So how do either player handle this situation, right? That's going to be the big question. The big moment. Soichiro. I think what I want to see Soichiro do is move these 4 damage counters to Shaman, put it at 6, and then it goes at a 7, back into Soichiro turn, it gets knocked out, and then you can use the Grimmsnarl to knock out something else, right? I think that's what we do here, but who knows? Ultra Ball, okay. Do we see another Froslass come down? This could be really nice. So Froslass has made an appearance, okay. I mean, like I said, Soichiro can... still not take a knockout. Actually, no, they will take a knockout now. If you move these 2 damage counters here, you go down to 1 price card. So do you knock out the Shaman or not? That's going to be the big question here. Or do you go for something else? Yeah, sure. Let's go after Shaman. Yeah, we'll punch, take a knockout. Shaman is still activated. Everybody takes 2 damage counters. Shaman then gets knocked out. Shoichiro goes down to 1. Carl then has to knock out this Marnie's Grimmsnarl. They need 14 cards in their hand, right? Yeah, they need 14 because it is 280 plus Froslass is the 20, and that's 300 damage. So can Carl find 14 cards? This is hard to ask. Like, this is a tall order for Carl. How do they handle the situation? They don't have enriching energy. They got the Dudunsparce, which is going to get 3, right? They get another Dudunsparce, which is like 2 essentially, because then you're going to like shuffle 1 card back in, right? So the Dudunsparce come down. There's the 3. Can Carl find enough here or not? That's the big question. I guess no matter what, you send in the Abra and you cross the fingers, because no matter what, if you don't take a knockout, Soichiro is going to win this game, right? I don't see any other way around it. So you just promote Abra and you say, all right, Abra, let's see if we can find all this stuff. Yeah, the enriching energy, I think it's still prized. We do have another Dudunsparce coming down. So double Dudunsparce has hit the field. Once again, none of these cards are. The Dudunsparce, does it have to be in the active spot or just anywhere? It's been a long time. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, you just draw 3. Yeah, because no matter what, Marty's Grimmsnarl is not going to anything, right? So we're gonna see Carl use it at Dudunsparce, pretty much +2. I wish we had a hand counter somehow. We have a Boss Sword, but Boss Sword is not going to do anything. Unfortunately, unless Carl's just trying to buy a turn or 2. Right? That's all you can hope for, is hope that Soichiro doesn't have any more dark energies. They do have 9. I have no idea how many they played and stuff like that. So now Carl's going to promote the Abra with the Psychic. Like, you can't even stall this turn because Soichiro is just going to move 6 damage counters unless they play Battle Cage. So Abra comes up. What does Carl do here? Now, Battle Cage only predicts your bench Pokemon too, so it's not going to help your active. Yeah, how does Carl handle the situation? We have Hilda. You can see they're still counting. Yeah, I just don't see how Carl gets this. And I think the big thing here, too, if Carl doesn't have immediately, like, they should start, like, worry about scooping, you know? We see Hilda come down. The moment of truth. Is there enriching still in the deck or not? Doesn't look like it. So Pheasantipity can be grabbed. It's not an evolution Pokemon. We do see Kadabra come down. Kadabra and Psychic. Okay. Not an enriching. So yeah, enriching is still prized, unfortunately. Yeah, that's unfortunate for Carl. So what does Carl have? I mean, if Carl gets it, this would be insane. We'll see the Kadabra. No, we don't. Just kidding. Wait a second. No. Okay, Kadabra come down. Draw 2. 1, 2. All right. Finds a Jet Energy. Finds a Night Stretcher. I mean, a Night Stretcher could find you the Alakazam, but do you have a rare candy in the hand? Looks like we are eyeballing up that Alakazam. Okay, I mean, 11 -2, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I mean, as of right now, I don't see it in the hand. I don't see how Carl's going to get it. Unless we find Pheasantipity, yeah, Carl realizes, yeah, I can't do it. They got very close, and yeah, they're showing Shoichiro, hey, my enriching energy, hey, it was prized, you know. But yeah, that's just part of it. I think I'm not sure what they're discussing there. They said, oh, don't forget your prize card there, buddy. Yeah, Carl got very close at the end, just barely whiffed. I mean, it comes down to, is enriching, Was that the you know, the big miss from Carl? Probably, right? We saw Carl got very, very, very close, but yeah, just not having enough in the end. So yeah, Shoichiro does take the game, and yeah, what a crazy game there. And that was crazy because Shoichiro even like Iota at the end. It was still very, very, very close. But I imagine Carl's gonna go. Ooh, I think first. I think if I'm Carl, I go first here. Carl is playing Phanrodom, right? And Phanrodom can find all these missing pieces and stuff like that. Start getting set up. I guess the only thing you're scared about is Shoichiro does play Badu, which I don't think Carl saw at all. That could be a huge disruptor to Carl, right? But yeah, I mean, it balls in Shoichiro's court for sure. 20-something minutes left. You know, we'll see how this plays out. Imagine both players are playing. You know, they play decently fast this game. There's just a lot of interactions, a lot of single prize Pokemon, a lot of damage counters flying around, right? It's a very long game one. Yeah, 25 minutes left. Probably down to 20 at the end of this. Something like that, I imagine. Like 21, 20. Oh, 23. Got a little set up a little quicker. Okay. But yes, Zora, can I help you? We'll see what's going to happen this game. I mean, anything is possible, Pokemon. Carl does play Rare Candy. We could see a turn 2 Rare Candy Alakazam, and, you know, Carl just wins or something like that pretty quickly. But we'll see what happens. Can we find a full... I don't think... So Carl's actually going first here. Okay, all right. So Nest Ball immediately comes down for Carl. Could find the Phanrodom. Now, the thing about this deck is when you go for Phanrodom, you can't, like... you know, find your Abras with it, right? So we see 3 Dudunsparce come down. I guess you don't really need that many turn 1. You could be okay with getting 1 Abra and then the rest being like the Dudunsparce and Phanrodom, but Carl's bench is going to be kind of clogged here because of that Phanrodom, right? So it could be a factor into this match. And just a pass. Oh no. If Soichiro could find the Badu here, that'd be devastating. So Dark Energy deactive. Spike Myth comes down. Shoichiro does have a Lily's Determination. They prize 2 Impidip, but they only play 3 of them. Oh my goodness. That's not good if you're a fan of Marty's Grimmsnarl. So unfortunate. Oh my goodness. Yeah, 2 of your Impidips are in the prize cards. I mean, hey, that's Pokemon. That's what happens. You know, that's the life of Pokemon. But yeah, just so unfortunate for Soichiro here. But we'll see what happens. 8 new cards come down for Soichiro. Can they find a Buddy Buddy Poffin and maybe go for this Badu play? Like, I think Badu here would be so great. But oh my goodness, Soichiro's hand is not good at all. I don't see a Rare Candy. But we will be able to use Spike Myth. This is the one good thing about Marty's Grimmsnarl is no matter what, you can use Spike Myth to find your Impidimps. Even if you miss the Buddy Buddy Poffins, even if you miss the Nest Balls, right? You have, you know, you have Spike Myth. Now, Soichiro only plays two Buddy Buddy Poffin, 1 Nest Ball, 1 Ultra Ball. I have no idea if that's a common count. I ain't gonna lie to you, I have no idea. So, you know, they only have, a couple options here. But Shoichiro, look at the deck, see what's prized, what's not prized, blah, blah, blah. We see the Impidip come down. And I know we talked about this in a different video, but it seems like every game so far, players have been playing at a reasonable pace here. I haven't seen, like, any kind of crazy slow plays or anything like that, right? So very nice to see, right? A very different change of pace. But here we go. Get the little offer for cut. Impidip comes down. And what do we got? Just a pass. Alrighty. So on to Carl's turn. Going to immediately play Lily's Determination and bump it. Spike with the Battle Cage here. So Carl, they had to be playing quick here, right? If they want a chance to go into game 3, they have to be playing quick. And we'll see if that happens or not, right? So gonna Lily's Determination, gonna get a little shuffle there. And of course, Carl's looking for the Dudunsparce. Definitely looking for Abras, right? Want to get the Abras set up. But 21 minutes left on the clock here. So we'll see 8 new cards coming out from Carl here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And let's see, what did they find? We find the Enriching Energy. Hey, look at there. Enriching Energy has made an appearance today. Buddy Buddy Poffin. Okay, but do we have a way to find the Dudunsparce first? So we see the Enriching coming down. Gonna draft 3 new cards. Oh, sorry, 4 for enriching. Sorry, I apologize. I apologize. So Kadabra's in the hand. Buddy with Poffin's in the hand, but I don't see the Dudunsparce. Okay, so Abra will come down. Alrighty. So the first Abra has made an appearance. We'll see. Imagine you play Hammer Enhanced Ceremony yourself. Next level place. And yeah, just a pass onto Soichiro side. So can Soichiro get set up here? I mean, they pretty much relied on the Spikeman to even do like anything last turn. I see a Froslass in the hand, so Froslass will come down. I guess it does tick away at the Shaman and Fan Rotom. We see an Arven. Alright, so Arven can find like a Buddy Poff in here. Get set up, maybe find Team Evo. That'd be nice. Evo for like a Morgram and another Snorlax or something like that. But we know that Soichiro has prized 2 Ippidips. So it'll be interesting to see how they want to handle this. So they receive the Buddy Poffin, they receive the Team Evo. We're going to Buddy Poffin here, and how is Soichiro going to play this out? How are they going to fake this? I guess you could grab 2 Froslass, like 2 Snorlax, and be like, all right, I'm going to get 3 Froslass this game. It's not the best thing to do, but it is something we can do. We could see double Snorlax come down, right? I think, you could go triple. I mean, this is crazy. You could go triple Froslass. Just start pinging 3 damage counters a turn on your opponent's side of the field, and hopefully get the Monkey Dory set up, and hopefully you can have the battle cage and stuff like that. So we see, we do have a Spike Myth has made an appearance. Okay, Spike Myth made an appearance as well. 18 minutes left as well. You can see time is just slowly ticking down, just ever so slowly, right? And I mean, nothing is wrong. Everybody's doing correct interactions and stuff like that. So we'll see the Team Evo get down. Do we go for the triple Froslass play here? No, we're gonna go for Morgram and Froslass. Okay, I mean, part of me really wanted the double, like the Morgram and the triple Froslass, but yeah, gonna see that instead. I better start taking 2 damage counters. Gonna slowly pick away at the Shaman, pick away at the Fan Rotom, and on to Carl's turn. Let's see what happens. Now, this Shaman and Fan Rotom, I don't see a way that Carl can get rid of those. Those will just eventually get knocked out. Right? So, big thing there coming for sure. But on to Carl's turn, let's see. There's a Dawn coming down. This could find Kadabra, Dudunsparce, maybe Dudunsparce, Alakazam, Abra. That's, 3 good cards there. You could put the Dudunsparce on the enriching one, shuffle back into your deck, kind of thing, right? Of course, you're not going to find the enriching because they're you draw first and then shuffle the enriching in. But hey, you have another Abra that's coming down. Maybe you get Loki, you find Reikini, Alakazam, but you still need a Psychic Energy attachment to the Abra. And as of right now, you don't have a way to retreat that Shaman. Unless you Jet Energy, but even Jet Energy doesn't too. I guess you could Jet Energy a punch with like Froslass or something if you really wanted to. I don't know if it's a smart play though. We'll see what Carl wants to do here. So we do see, okay, maybe we don't. We do see the Dudunsparce comes down. Going to use it. Draw 3 new cards. 1, 2, 3. There's an Abra and a Kadabra. Okay. So we could get the other Abra down. I think we have, like I said, Kadabra is ready to go too, I think. Yeah, Kadabra's in the hand. But the thing about Kadabra is it is an ability Pokemon, so we'll start taking ping damage. So we see the Kadabra come down, draw 2 new cards. We see a Fezzidippity, we see a Psychic Energy, we see Abra come down as well. Do we have the Battle Cage? I don't see it just yet. Wonders Patch doesn't do anything. There's no Psychic Energy in this card pile. Yeah, Carl looks like they are definitely in trouble right now. Now, like I said, they could Jet Energy, send the Fan Rotom, but punch this Froslass in the face. Outside of that, I don't know. Maybe you just put a Psychic Energy on the Kadabra and just get ready for the next turn. So we're going to put Jet Energy onto the Fan Rotom. I'm going to find a friend here. Maybe find like a Kadabra for next turn. I'm not sure what we're going to go for here. But yeah, going to find a friend. Okay, going to go for the Dudunsparce. So we'll see, the The Phantom and Shaman both take 2 more damage counters. Yeah, slowly just ticking away at them. Can you imagine there was a third Froslass right now? Alright. Oh, yeah, the Kadabra. There we go. Start taking damage as well. So on Shoichiro's turn, if we can get this Marnie Grimmsnarl out, we will take a knockout on the Dudunsparce. And that's about it. That 30 damage does not... I guess if it's only basic Pokemon, I think Shaman protects it from non-Roblox Pokemon. So yeah, definitely protecting everybody from the Marnie's Grimmsnarl. So Shoichiro does have the third Froslass. Maybe we didn't see him. That's why they didn't go for the third Froslass, because it was in the hand, right? Do you see a Budew hit the field? Oh, I love a Budew play right now. I would love to see Shoichiro just send a Budew and just like, you know what? I'm itchy right now. Let's just go. Let's just itchy you. Yeah, I love that play so much if we can do that. Because not only do we have the Froslass taking away some damage, right? Taking away at the damage. But yeah, Budew, I don't lock your opponent. And, you know, I think that's a big thing. Just and. That's it. We do see the Grimmsnarl come out. Okay. Do you go for the Grimmsnarl or do you wait a turn? I think you go for Grimmsnarl, so that way there's no potential of you losing the Morgrim. So we're gonna treat into Budew, and we are not gonna go to Grim. Yeah, we could have went to a Grimmsnarl, but we didn't. Interesting. Alright, so on a Carl's turn, the Phantom did get knocked out from damage from the Froslass, right? We're seeing 3 damage counters being ticked away. We see the Spike Myth come out. Doesn't do anything. We're just looking to see what's in the deck. But Carl can't play item cards now because they are Itchy Paw. 13 minutes left on the clock here. What is going to happen? How are we going to handle this matchup now, right? These Froslass are just taking away damage, right? Doing 6 damage counters between turns, which is pretty crazy. We need Carl to find this battle cage immediately. As soon as he did Dudunsparce come down, I'm gonna draw 3 new cards. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Alright, so Carl's going to, shuffle back in, send up Kadabra. I mean, we definitely have a knockout with this Alakazam no matter what, right? If we can find it. So Dawn will guarantee us this Alakazam win. Not only that, it guarantees us this Kadabra, Alakazam, and the Dudunsparce. No. And yeah, Dudunsparce. Not Dudunsparce, right? I think that's what you go for. I don't think you need another Abra. I like the other getting Dudunsparce back out. But I could be very wrong. We're gonna go to Dudunsparce actually. Okay. What? Okay, I'm just all over and an Abra. Okay, so I do like the Abra. I mean, part of me really wants to get the Kadabra. Unless Kadabra's already in the hand, then I can see that argument, right? But yeah, we'll see what Carl does here. 12 minutes left on the clock. Can Carl, can they win in 12 minutes? That's the big question. All right, so see, Alakazam come to the active, draw 3 new cards. Okay. Let's see, we see Dudunsparce comes down. Dudunsparce uses his ability to draw 3 new cards, shuffle back in the Dudunsparce. Sorry, shuffle in the Dudunsparce. The Dudunsparce. The Dudunsparce. Okay. We see Abra come down. We still have the Kadabra in the hand that we could go into. No. It came down this turn, so I don't think so. Yeah, we definitely can't. So, what is Carl going to do here? So, Psychic Energy reattached. They have not touched energy yet. Okay. What else does Carl have here? I mean, they're going to take a knock on the Budew, but that's, that's pretty much it. 11 minutes left on the clock, so we'll see a knockout on the Budew. On this Shoichiro turn, I mean, we definitely want to see this. We definitely want to see a Shaman does get knocked out too. That's crazy. So now they're down to 4 prize cards. I mean, can they find a Marty's Grimmsnarl? They did find an Impidimp. Okay, Impidimp has made an appearance. So, can we knock out this Alakazam is first question? I mean, yeah, pretty easily, right? Man, can Soichir get like Marty's Grimmsnarl boss order? They only put 1 boss order and take a triple prize card this turn, or like a 3 prize cards this turn. That'd be crazy to see. That would definitely like lock this game of a Soichir to 2 more prize cards, right? Boss of the Abra, do 180, fling 30 on that Kadabra or Alakazam, then 30 damage tick from the Froslass. That'd be crazy to see. What are we looking at right now? I guess the Spike Month is being played. Finds a Morgram. Okay. So what is Shoichiro going to do here? Okay, so there's a Grimmsnarl. All right, so we have the Grimmsnarl. I mean, I would love, like I said, I would love to see a boss order from Shoichiro. I mean, I really don't want to see a boss order at all because I want Alakazam to win because I love some rogue decks. But there's an Arven. All right, so no boss order coming down. We do have the Secret Box. Secret Box could find his Monkey Dories and put it in the stadium in the hand. But no, we're going to go Ouch Ball here. No, Nest Ball, sorry, Nest Ball. Finds a Monkey Dory, okay. The monkey will start taking damage from the Froslass, but then we get fling that damage back over to your opponent's side of the field. And Soichiro will do 30 damage to an Abra this turn. So, let's see how this plays out. Okay, so we see a Dark Agent Monkey Dory. There we go. And the Team Evo, which Team Evo is going to be discarded. So now, you know, when we start damaging our own Monkey Dories, we can move 30 damage to a turn. Alrighty. And yep, there we see a swing, taking a knockout, putting 30 damage on the Abra here. Alright, so 10 damage does come down for the Monkey Dories, or the everything else, right? I think the Grimmsnarl needs 3 damage, not 1. Okay. So on to Carl's turn, what can Carl do here? Can they take a huge knockout on this Marty's? I mean, I think if they can knock out Marty's Grimmsnarl, I mean, Soichiro could retaliate if I don't Rare Candy Marty's Grimmsnarl, but it's a lot. We see Spike Myth from Carl here. 8 minutes left on the clock as well, too. 8 minutes are left. So, I mean, if Carl somehow wins, we're definitely not having a game 3 here. So, we see it Dawn from Carl, you know, playing 3 of them. So, we'll see what they find here. Looks like they're going to eyeball, but eyeball up Dudunsparce. So, Kadabra, Alakazam, what's your third card? Alakazam as well, or I'm sorry, Abra, not Alakazam. Abra, Kadabra, Alakazam. We have the whole lineup. So that's a thing I never see on stream. An Abra, Kadabra, Alakazam all in one time. That's crazy. So what does Carl have? Okay, Rare Candy into the Alakazam. Draw 3. Okay. Once again, we need 14 cards to take a knockout this turn. That will do 280 plus the ticks for 3. Actually, you need 13. Yeah, 13 cards will do it. Battle Cage comes down as well to negate the Monkey Dories. Okay. Things are heating up on Carl's side. Let's look at Buddy Poffin. Let's see, we're eyeballing what do we want to do here. Like I said, if they have 13 in the hand, that's 260 plus the 30 from the Froslass. That's enough for a knockout, right? So we see double Dudunsparce come down from the Buddy Poffin. Okay. So what else does Carl have here? Looks like they're eyeballing some stuff, thinking about it. Abra has seen the field. All right, so all of a sudden Carl's board state looks really good. And there has to be enough. And yeah, we do have the knockout here. All right, so Carl will go down to 3 cards on the Soichiro's turn. What can Soichiro do here? They don't play Psychic Energy, so there's no way they can attack with Monkey Dory. That'd be great, right? Attack with the Monkey Dory will take a knockout for sure, But yeah, on the Soul Cheer turn, can we bump this the battle cage? That'll be a huge thing, right? Hmm. What is Soul Cheer gonna do here? All right, so there's Arvin. I was just waiting. I was like, "What is happening here?" And I didn't see a long pause, but I was like, "Whose turn is it right now? What is happening?" So Arvin comes down, which is not the best for Shoichiro because now, okay, they do have okay. Wait, hang on a second. There's secret box. There's a rare candy. If we have access to Marty's Grimmsnarl and a rare candy, Shoichiro could take another 2 prize cards this turn, right? That is very scary for Card Hero. 4 minutes left on the clock. Do we have enough turns to even play 2 more turns for both players? Not sure. So, Shoichiro's going to ask for, for a cut here. We see Secret Box going to the hand. What is Shoichiro going to do here? Okay. So, Morgan... Okay. Straight to Morgrim. Interesting. Alright, so Spikeman comes down. Okay. Do we see some of a TM Devo play? That'd be crazy. It is possible though, right? We could see a TM Devo play. And hope your opponent doesn't have another Rare Candy Alakazam. But they only take 1 prize card this turn either way. I think if you're so cheer here, you don't commit any 2 prize Pokemon. I think you just chill here. I don't see the point of like needing to rush, right? So we see the Team Devo come down. You move the 30 damage from Monkey Dory to I don't know the Abra on the bench. Sure, yeah, that's nice. Team Devo pick up Alakazam, pick up the Kadabra. We see an air balloon to the Froslass for the free retreat. I mean, if only Soichiro had a way to find another. If only Soichiro had to find a way to find another Monkey Dory, we could have took 2 prize cards that turn, but we're barely missing the knockout on the Abra. All right, so on to Carl's turn. Let's see, what does Carl do here? How do they handle the situation? Do they have another Rare Candy Alakazam? They do have Rare Candy in the hand, and Shoichiro only plays 1 Shoichiro only plays 1 Devo. So can Carl knock out the Morgrim on the bench? I think that's the big question. If we knock out the Morgrim on the bench, we can go down to 2 prize cards. But can you take 3 prize cards? I don't. That's the big thing here. Like Shoichiro could just be like, yeah, I'm just not going to put a 2 prize Pokemon in play, and then I'll be fine, right? Right? So, we see the Dudunsparce. We found an enriching energy. We can put the enriching on another Dudunsparce here. I think a lot of this stuff is like I think if I was Carl, I'd be just like attacking so quick here. We only have 2 minutes left, right? Oh yeah, 2 minutes left. If I'm Carl here, I'm swinging and just going. I'm not worried. Like I'm just okay. We do need a psychic energy. That's true. We do need that. We do have boss order, but like I said, if you boss the Morgram, your opponent has no way to get an EX Pokemon out, right? And then you definitely have no way to take 3 prize cards. So will Carl go after this Morgram or not? It's very tempting because you force it where your opponent doesn't have a way to get a Marty Grimmsnarl next turn to attack you, but then you have no Marty Grimmsnarl to knock out the following turn and take your last 2 prize cards. You see what I'm saying here? This is a crazy catch-22 kind of thing going on here. I think if you're Carl, you just knock out the Monkey Dory, hope your opponent puts down Marty's Grimmsnarl, and then you take a knock on it to win the game. So we see a lot of card draws from Carl here, getting a bunch of cards into the hand. Does Carl play a card that says if you have 30 cards in your hand, you automatically win or something like that? That'd be crazy, right? We see a psych. Okay, we see Battle Cage come down. Okay, Battle Cage could be a big deal here. And we do go for the boss order on the Morgrim here. Alrighty. Dudunsparce, 58 seconds left. What do you do here? Is Shoichiro just going to win at 1-0 here? Psychic energy to the Kadabra. Now, for those who are wondering, we have not hit this yet, but I forgot about this. They have changed the ruling in Pokemon now, where we are back to having +3 turns, right? So, you know, if this was the old way, like last tournament, this literally just changed. So Ichiro can, you know, move the 30 off the Monkey Dory onto the active, whatever, or something like that. Because Battle Cage only protects the bench, right? I think it only protects the bench. Yeah, bench Pokemon, right? So you can move 30 damage from Monkey Dory onto the on the Alakazam, and then you pass, and then that's game, right? It doesn't matter. But we are +3 turns. We have the old +3 turns back. So this is a huge thing now. So what is Shoichiro going to do here? How do you prevent Carl from winning here, right? We will have Carl have 2 more turns. We are in sudden death right now. So Secret Box does come down from Soichiro. One thing Soichiro could do, if they can somehow pull this off, gets their Blood Moon Ursaluna, a Stark Energy, and an Iono. There's a way to pull that combo off. We are cooking. But we see Secret Box grabbing a bunch of stuff here. Looks like we have Ultra Ball in the hand. There's Iono. I mean, part of me just thinks like you just take a knock on the active. You could maybe go for an Itchy Pollen play. Iono plus Itchy Pollen could be somewhat cute. We'll see. You know, that is a thing that we could see here. So Ultra Ball Iono, and then Ultra Ball the Iono Lily's Termination finds a Monkey Dory. Lily's Termination, so no Iono being played from Soichiro. Is Soichiro trying to go for a game-winning play here? They need a Dark Energy. They can move the Dark Energy to 6 damage from the Monkey Dories to the active Alakazam. So 6 cards coming down. Can Soichiro find a Dark Energy here? It's a big 6 cards. Can we find a Dark Energy? And we do find a Dark Energy. All right, so now we can move 6 damage from this Monkey Dory to the active, bring it up to 90, or 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now get knocked out in between turns. So we put 6 to here. Okay. Retreat to a Froslass, pass, right? I don't think you set up a Monkey Dory. Yep, that comes up to the active here. We'll see it pass. Everybody takes their damage. So each year we're going down to 1 prize card. I don't... What? Battle Cage. I think they're arguing over damage counters. Like how... This is a weird thing about Pokemon. There's damage counters. So Froslass says put 1 damage counter on each Pokemon that has an ability, right? Put 1 damage counter. Battle Cage says prevent all damage counters. So they're both damage counters. So there should be no damage counters going on to Soichiro's side. I think they're going to take a second, but I think it's going to rule that there's no damage counters to the to the bench Pokemon. It will hit the active, right, but not the bench. And this is actually a pretty big deal here because if they hit the bench, then Soichiro could then move the damage out the have the Monkey Dories take damage and then move them. Okay, hang on. Did that damage stay? Am I incorrect? Hold on. I am so confused right now. Prevent all damage counters being placed on bench Pokemon both yours and your opponent's by effects of attacks and abilities from the opponent's Pokemon. Oh, it's from the opponent's Pokemon. So Shoichiro's this is not an opponent's Pokemon. This is your Pokemon. That's what is happening here, right? It says, you know, from the opponent's Pokemon. The damage is not coming from Carl's Pokemon. It's coming from Soichiro's Pokemon. So now Soichiro's Pokemon actually takes damage, which is crazy. Okay, it makes sense. It makes sense. You had to read the card, right? That's what people say. Read the card, right? That's the big thing people always say. Read the card. What's the card? What's the card say, Josh? It says this, it means this. So that's what we see happening right now. All right. So yeah, that's what's happening right now. It does take damage because it is not Carl's Pokemon. It is Soichiro's own Pokemon. So this is a huge opening now because now next turn, Soichiro has the capability of moving 60 damage counters. And maybe find another Monkey Dory or something. I'm not sure. So we're good. Yeah, thumbs up from Soichiro. Like, yeah, I know I know what these Pokemon do. I'm good. Like, I know what's happening, right? I know what my Pokemon do. So on a Carl's turn, all right. We are coming down to the end. This is crazy. So Carl, they got the Alakazam. So it's going to come down to Soichiro. Can Soichiro find a way to take a knockout next turn? And I think the big thing is going to be the Blood Moon Ursaluna. Blood Moon Ursaluna can knock out anything on Carl's side of the field and will win them the game if Carl attacks this turn. I imagine Carl will attack this turn. There's no way they don't attack. That'd be crazy. It's just going to come down to, can Soichiro find a Blood Moon Ursaluna? Even if they go boss, I think you boss a Monkey Dory. Yeah, you knock out a Monkey Dory here, which is fine, right? It prevents your opponent moving 9 damage counters next turn. I don't know if that matters. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It will have Soichiro win if they have, you know, the 9 damage counters, which you won't see this turn. It's going to come down to, can Soichiro find Blood Moon? That's what it's going to come down to. There's a million cards in Carl's hand. So what? Dudunsparce does hit the field, but that doesn't matter because Soichiro can only attach 1 energy, which means we'll only see one. Max we can see next turn is 2 Monkey Dories. Okay. So. Okay, there we go. Damage is being calculated. All right, so it comes down to, can Soichiro find Blood Moon? We see Rare Candy in the hand. That's not going to find it. I'm going to adjust the cards. Can Soichiro? We did have another Monkey Dory in the deck. Ooh, all right. Artisan coming down. Artisan being used. Is Blood Moon in the deck. We have the other Monkey Dory. So yeah, Soichiro had a way to get down another Monkey Dory and a Dark Energy, and they definitely would have won this game, knocking out the Dudunsparce on the bench. But they only attached 1 energy turn. I mean, if Soichiro played like an energy switch, it'd be game over, right? We see Dark Energy to Monkey Dory. Okay. Well, what's in Soichiro's hand? What are we going to see? What are we going to do here? Oh, goodness. So, an Iono to 1! This is not good. I mean, you're hoping that Carl... I mean, well, I guess if that's your only card, do they find a Blood Moon off this one? And if they don't find it, I don't know how Soichiro can survive a turn. That has to be Blood Moon. If not... Soichiro's just going to barely lose this game, and we will have a tie. What screen is going crazy? Ah, what's going on? And just a pass. Oh, no. Why? All right, so, I mean, Carl's going to draw a ton of cards here, and they will win this. So, Hilda... No, yeah, everybody takes damage. Yeah. I mean, Carl's going to draw a ton of cards here. It is not going to matter. Yeah, they just barely missed it. There's the Enriching. There's the Dudunsparce. Yeah, just not having it. Unfortunately, the Dudunsparce come down. We see enriching. Gonna get 4. We see that 3. I mean, I have no idea how many cards in their hand now. Gonna shuffle. We'll see another Dudunsparce here. I mean, I think there's plenty of energies. I think there's plenty of cards already. We'll see another. Yeah. Do it. Keep drawing as many cards as possible. Yeah, Carl. Get as much damage as possible. Show off that Alakazam. I love that Carl just keeps going. Just keeps on going. Just keep going. Just keep going. Do it for the stream. Oh, that's so funny. All right, so Carl will win this game and go into a tie. Carl saying, you know, how much damage can I do this turn? That's so funny. Yeah, Sochier just barely losing it. Could not find the Blood Moon to get the win there, and definitely barely loses that game. What a crazy game. As game winner, no, that is, yeah, just a game winner, not match win. So we see a tie, unfortunately, but what a crazy game there. Yeah, what a crazy game of Grimmsnarl versus Alakazam. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later on today. Soichiro just barely losing it. That's crazy. Yeah, we'll see you later on today for the Swiss, or for the, I guess, stream, what is it, the featured Stream 7. Alrighty, guys. Bye.